telling you, I can make like something that's decent over a 20-minute span out of our hour
Not a
recording.
podcast.
You know? What's the difference between a podcast and a talk show? I hate
like
this
this
argument.
We've had this argument before many times.
There's some internal conflict going
Welcome
on.
to 3 Cents, everybody.
Hey.
Oh wait, we're rolling.
Welcome. We've been rolling for a little bit now.
So they heard all that.
This is how it works. Welcome to the show.
They didn't hear the stuff you said before that. Don't
Oh.
worry, we'll keep
No,
that
no,
up.
no, no,
Yeah,
no.
well,
I'm just
all the
saying.
He ripped before the
But-
episode
No,
started.
I'm just saying the internal affairs you guys were having just then.
Everyone, we
Yeah.
have a guest
Everyone,
this
we've got a guest
episode.
this episode. If you cannot tell, there was a fourth voice on the couch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you have listeners, don't you?
It's a
Already
podcast.
throwing
Yeah.
shade. You're
Wait.
in it for 2 seconds and
His
you're making
name's
fun of us.
David.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm David. Yeah.
We've brought up
We've
David
mentioned
many
David a few
times.
times, yeah.
Yeah.
If you
You have?
recall in episode 1, he doesn't listen. If you recall in episode 1, we talk about David.
Yeah, that's sad. Why do we mention him in
Wait,
episode
can you
one?
wait? What did you bring up about me?
I
What's the
talked about
episode,
your.
buddy?
I talked about your pen.
Oh,
Oh,
true.
my mum's pen, the IVF pen.
Yeah.
It's your
is that what
mum's
it's from?
sperm.
His mum's
Yeah,
sperm.
no. No, my
Um,
mum's an IVF nurse, and they
Wait,
give
so is
their
that your
little-
brother in there?
No,
Is it real? Was it real sperm?
my mum is an IVF nurse, and they give
Okay.
her IVF sperm pens.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
It was
Every
pretty
year.
cool. It was my first introduction to David, and that's what I talked about.
Oh yeah.
So,
And
David,
then-
tell us, like, who are you?
Yeah,
What do
who
do?
are you?
Yeah, I'm David. I went to film school with these guys. I met most of these guys in second year, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken.
We kind of met first year, but it's whatever.
Yeah, and then
Nah.
I get you don't remember. That's
I
fine.
mainly the group that group mainly formed because there's a separate person called Ezra. Have you mentioned Ezra?
We've never said
Yeah.
his name, I think.
We said
always
it a
just-
couple times.
Oh, have we?
It's like, I don't know. We like kind of censor it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Wait, so if I keep on saying Ezra, Ezra.
No, people that. No, he was saying Ezra for most of it, but one of them was a slur.
Which one was it?
No.
Guys, we can't have a guest immediately and just accuse them of saying slurs.
Wait, no, you
within
can't
the first
just- yeah.
minute.
That's a
Sorry,
bit mean. No,
sorry.
I was just saying Ezra, and then you're gonna bleep that out as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, of
Don't
course
look
I'm
at
gonna
Jackson
bleep
like
that.
don't look at Jackson like he edits any of this.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I checked the audio.
I was basically just saying we first all met, or the group kind of formed, is when I started talking to Ezra about Under the Silver Lake.
Andrew Garfield movie. Check that out.
True.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
Never seen it.
just after
good.
his little bathroom break, I saw him. He was waiting outside. He was waiting for you, and I remember in the class
He's
he brought
pointing to me, by the way.
Oh yeah, we have audio listeners. Do I have to annotate everything I do?
No,
Nah, you're
I
good.
can-
We'll do it.
I can
We'll
do
do it. We've
commentary.
got it. We've got it.
Okay.
We've had many months of practice.
All right. Basically, Ezra was waiting for Jackson in the bathroom, outside the bathroom, and he brought up Under the Silver Lake. And I saw that movie like a year prior, and I thought it was just such a quirky movie. So I brought it up with Ezra, and we just kind of hit it off really quickly. And then you came out, and then
I
Wow,
came out, guys.
congratulations.
I'm gay.
no, not like that.
I think it's really cool. Like, I want to take responsibility for that because a few days prior to that happening,
Of coming out.
No, that's fine.
a few days prior to that happening, I watched Under the Silver Lake, and
Oh,
I
you
was
did?
like, "This movie's fucking nuts. I need someone to talk to about this movie." And so I messaged Ezra and was like, "Please watch this movie. It's got Andrew Garfield in it. I knew that would sell him. Please watch Under the Silver Lake so that I have someone to talk to about it."
Oh,
And then in that week, David and Ezra started
Wow.
talking about.
You're the catalyst for their friendship.
Yeah, it's kind of my fault.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
'cause-
fault.
I actually told those
You're like
guys to go to the
Oppenheimer.
toilet. So crazy.
And I put laxatives in their food so they had to shit.
No, but that
Toilet
day,
now.
that day we spent, we had like, we just hit it off. We went to dinner together, did we?
I wasn't there.
You sure?
We went to dinner at one point, but I
But
don't
we were like
think
in your truck listening to music.
that
True,
was
that would've happened.
you were friends with Ezra before then.
No, was it? Okay, we don't need to hold into this part. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, Jackson feels like a jealous
but-
girlfriend.
no.
He's like, you knew her.
I think I came into David late. Like I feel like
You really need to work
Pause.
on your phrasing at the start of this episode.
No, I stand by that framing. I stand by that. Someone clip that and send it to me, please.
Well, so afterwards,
stun locked him.
Jackson, he stunned me. Jackson and Ezra brought up that this guy called John that I'd really like. But he was just more like a myth, like a
True.
name out there.
Yeah.
Like no one really
Like a
cares.
Theodore, you could say.
And then I don't know,
The third
I
guy.
think
Like an Alvin type situation.
we just met just through the group at like a
Yeah.
little in between classes.
Yeah, well, my thing was I had just started hanging out with Jackson and Ezra.
Yeah.
And not for long, but for a few weeks. And the entire like most of the time, they'd be talking about like this guy they thought that was like really handsome and stuff. and I was like, what's happening here? Like, 'cause it got to a point where it's like, this is
Not
too
in
much.
front of it, man.
Oh, okay.
You're making me blush.
And it was someone
me
else.
blush.
It was-
It was someone else.
yeah.
it was some other guy.
And then I met him. It was
we
That's so not funny to
Extremely niche inside joke.
a sense of that. But it was David.
I feel like the uni people would enjoy that joke.
Yeah.
But then we just kind of hit it off. We both found that we have a liking of the UFC
True.
and that stuff.
And Drake memes.
back in the day, yeah.
I love Drake.
And then Jock, like I said, global film.
We did a class together called Global Film
Yeah, and he was kind of
Television.
by himself, and I think he just
Okay.
he not
As
by
usual.
himself, but he was like with like a table that people would kind of come and go, and I think he
Yeah.
just
I
kind
had no
of
friends, guys.
he just figured
Well,
out.
let's put
oh,
it lightly.
I'll just sit next to this guy, and then we just, what's the word?
Broed up.
Yeah,
we
we just-
broed up. We did some lad shit.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
we just kind of like hit it off. Hit it off was the word I was looking for.
Yeah, and then we made a Jack the Ripper TV show concept.
Yeah.
He got discovered the other
he
day.
did.
And that's where
Yeah.
Ezra, Jackson, and John were in that class as well, but we weren't friends with them at that point.
Were
Remember?
they actually?
Yeah, they
I-
made
I
the
wasn't.
sperm bank heist.
That wasn't me, but
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah, that
no.
was a different class.
That
Jock
was not
wasn't in
that.
class.
I wasn't in that class.
Anyway,
the
We
Jack-
talked
was
about this
screen
the other
genre.
week. We talked
No
about
screen genres with.
I was. Wait, was it?
Yeah, you did Jack the Ripper with me, dude. We did a presentation together.
Didn't you move
Wow.
class?
No, you're thinking of film aesthetics. I think.
I'm so confused, bro.
anyway,
The one with
anyway,
you
this
made a
is so
vampire heist?
niche. This
A
is so
vampire
niche and
heist?
no one
This
cares.
is
Yeah,
so
we
niche.
did that.
This is extremely niche.
The point is, I'm
Moonlight
amazed.
Robbery.
I'm amazed that David remembers our pitch because me, John, aforementioned Ezra, and another friend of the show, James,
Yeah.
we made a concept for a heist vampire film.
Hybrid, they call it.
Yeah, where they,
the industry calls it.
where the vampires performed a heist on a blood bank rather than a regular bank.
I like how David thought it was a sperm bank heist.
Yeah, okay. I think it was the IVF thing we were
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
before.
It's
That
got
had
sperm
that.
on the brain.
It
Yeah.
inseminated your brain, you could say.
Whoa.
okay, all right.
David's got cum on the
On
mind.
fire, dude.
True.
So-
Speaking of on fire, did you guys
I was
watch
about to
Fantastic
say,
Four?
if you guys had tuned in last week, we only brought it up at the very end, so probably not that many people saw it. But we prefaced that we would all go off and watch Fantastic Four 2, Rise of the Silver Surfer.
All the scaredy
Facts.
cats got scared away from the jump
Bangers.
scares.
Yeah, there's
So
too
the
many
real
jump
ones-
scares last episode. So the
Yeah.
real ones who cuddled up with their partners like we suggested
Yep.
would have seen that
All
we
by yourself.
suggested, all by yourself, saw that we watched that movie, and we've watched
Yeah.
it.
We watched it. David, did you watch it?
David, did you watch it?
Well, I logged into my sister's Disney Disney Plus account, and it needed to be like paid, like
Yeah.
a subscription. I think she hasn't renewed her subscription, so I watched it a few times when I was a kid. So
So
I
it's nice
remember.
having David on the podcast, but he's going to go now. 'cause he
Yeah,
hasn't-
well, like I said, I logged in, and then just it wanted her to renew her subscription, and obviously I wasn't gonna do that.
Yeah,
very real.
So
Do you want to explain the plot of the movie then to us?
yeah, definitely. So
3 people that
basically,
have seen it within the last week.
all these like
Yesterday.
asteroid things are coming to Earth, and then they're causing like the weather mix-ups.
No, but
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
sure.
it's
Yeah,
causing-
yeah, no, I think you're right.
you're
Yeah,
right.
keep
Yeah,
going.
don't know me. It's no.
Keep going. Yeah.
It's causing
Yeah, all
like
the
some
asteroids
weather,
are causing,
weather things, and then like Reed and Sue are getting married, but then they thought asteroids went past them, but it's actually the Silver Surfer. Yeah,
Facts.
and then
Okay,
Johnny
yeah.
has like a little chase after the Silver Surfer.
Whoa.
And then when the Silver Surfer clowns on him, he
True.
screws up his powers where when he touches someone else, that the powers kind of get absorbed into him.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Leads to one of
That's pretty
John's
crazy.
favourite scenes, as he was talking about before, when Sue Storm and Johnny Storm touch, and then she gets naked. You remember that one, John? When she gets...
What's that? That's a very nice scene. Good cinematography.
Dude, that
I never-
pisses me off
Yeah.
because like it's just like In the first movie, they do. I think they do the naked Jessica Alba thing,
And they just
Yeah.
do it again.
and they're like, "Hey, how can we just make Jessica Alba naked again?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
let's find an excuse to do it again."
Sex
Yeah.
sells, baby.
Yeah,
Sex
this is like
sells.
peak 2007 or whatever.
Yeah.
It came. I should have known. 'cause
I think it's
we watched
2008.
it.
I think you were close.
It's 7.
7.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fuck. So yeah, David, that was pretty close.
Pretty close.
That was pretty good. Yeah, there weren't multiple asteroids.
There was just the Silver Surfer,
Yeah.
and everyone
Oh.
thought the Silver Surfer was asteroids because he was moving so
It was
fast.
pretty good.
But
I
it was
thought
just
it was
him.
there was like a few at the beginning.
Well, I'm sorry, we've watched the movie.
Okay, yeah, actually,
Yeah.
why am I talking?
I watched it
haven't even
twice
watched
actually.
It.
I watched it once with director's commentary.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did the director have to say about
Yeah.
the
Dude.
Jessica Alba scene?
He didn't say much. I actually only watched half the movie with the director's
So
commentary.
you lie to your friends.
Yep. But I was annoyed with the director's commentary because he talked about it like someone who's never made a movie before.
What does that mean?
So there's this one scene that I really enjoyed where Reed says to Sue Storm that he's not making he's not doing the machine. He's
He's
gonna
not
get
working
married.
on the machines that the government wanted him to
Because
do.
they're supposed to be getting married, and so he's supposed to focus on their wedding, but the government asked him to build a machine.
Yeah. To
And-
track the Silver Surfer.
And he's not supposed to be working on it. And so, like, Johnny Storm is...
Sorry, spoiler warning.
We
We
told
can
him to watch the
spoil it.
movie. That was the point. So that
Oh,
we
yeah, but no
could
one
spoil
watched it.
I mean,
That's
then
why I'm
again,
explaining
well,
it.
it's 2007, so it's like what, nearly 2 decades old.
Yeah.
I just like to preface these things.
The viewers were born after that movie came out.
Yes. The point is, Johnny Storm is trying to like blackmail him basically into having a bachelor party. And there's a cool back and forth where they're sliding back and forth on their rolly chairs. And I like the way that like Reed moves out of frame and then slowly creeps back in. It's very
Like the blocking, yeah.
it's very similar to like a Shaun of the Dead sort of thing where he pops out of the frame and then pops back in. I thought that was really cool, and I was like, I can't wait to hear the director talk about how they played with that and the way they moved the camera. And all he's talking about is like, oh, in the comics, Reed Richards is always working on big machines. So we made sure that we had lots of big machines for him to
Like
work on.
they've hired a child to talk about the movie.
The amount of times he just talks about Tim Story, that is the director of this film. He talks about like, oh, in the comics, he's always working on a big machine, and so we made sure we got big machines. We
True.
copied the big machines from the comics.
Yeah.
Wow, big machine guy.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
loves
he
big
loves
machine,
machines.
I guess.
Has he made any other movies? Did he make Mortal Engines? It's got some fucking big machines.
Tim Story. What else did he do? I did look into it.
Did he do the first movie?
Yeah, he did the first one as well.
Oh.
I've forgotten.
No
but-
trilogy though.
No, there was supposed to be a trilogy. Did you know that?
No.
What was that?
So all of the cast, the main cast, signed on to do a 3-movie deal.
Yeah.
But because of the second movie made way less than the first movie. So they didn't. Because didn't you notice that there was a post-credit scene?
With the Silver Surfer.
No one watched the post-credit scene?
I watched the Japanese wedding and I was
Was that
like,
the
let's
Silver
go.
Yeah, as did I.
Yeah.
What was the post-credit scene?
Silver Surfer's still alive.
Oh, I watched it. I watched it the day after we recorded, so my memory of this movie's a little bit hazy. I will be honest.
All right, then.
But yeah, I just want to preface: I didn't really like it.
You didn't?
I don't know if this is a point of debate, but I thought it was a fucking snoozer. I almost fell asleep. I half the plots, the wedding plot between Reed Richards and Sue Storm was probably the most boring thing I've ever seen. Like them just like arguing about like getting married. I'm just elope. Who cares? Like
Yeah.
chill out. And then like the only interesting dynamic between the four was Johnny Storm and the Thing.
I was gonna say
their
awesome.
bro
They're
shit
awesome.
was cool.
Yeah.
But also, I don't understand. Okay, this is my gripe in general with the Fantastic Four. Everyone's like, it's the first family. It's like, all right, 3 of them are technically related, and then you just got their friend.
Their buddy.
Yeah, he's
Like,
their
what-
buddy.
That's,
how is
that's
that?
what
how
family's
is
all
that-
about.
they've got their buddy. They horribly disfigured and then called him the Thing, and they're just like, yeah, this is just our buddy. He's part of the family.
Just a
Everyone
surrogate
has
little
the
piece
thing.
of shit, dude.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Whatever this guy
And
is.
even they weren't even a family in this one because they hadn't been married yet. Only Sue Storm and Johnny Storm were siblings.
Yeah.
Anyway,
They're still a family.
depends how you define a family. Are we a family?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, we were in a couch together in the living room.
True.
Exactly.
We've been a lot closer than a couch before. Check out episode 2.
We're a little congregation, dude.
What happened
A
in
coalition.
episode 2?
Coalition,
it out.
That's it.
David really does not watch this. Does
Wait,
he?
Yeah, I don't
okay.
blame
No, wait. Okay. What, has John said his thoughts?
Yes, thank you. We get David more often. what I was gonna say.
No one cares.
Everyone
Is
cares,
that like
bro.
a whole thing you guys do?
Jock just doesn't care.
No one cares, man. But look, listen. I liked the movie more than I thought I would. What an awesome movie. Awesome movie. The Thing looks great. I don't think you can get a better looking thing.
No.
Check
no,
my
I
pants.
agree.
What are your thoughts on? Wait, are we allowed to talk about the new Fantastic Four release?
That was smooth, dude. Check my pants.
Yeah, well, obviously there's going to be, we're going to have to compare it to the new one.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, now that you brought that up, like,
Yeah.
you compare it to the other two, the
Well, that's the
Miles Teller one and
The Miles Teller one was fucking gross.
Yeah.
He looked
Pedro Pascal.
disgusting.
With the new one coming out, like it looks comic book accurate and stuff. Like it looks, you get
I
the
hate
comic
how
book
it
panel.
sounds.
But
Yeah, well, yeah. What are your thoughts on the voice?
I
Not
all I
his
like-
voice. I like his when he claps. He sounds like they tried to make it sound like rocks hitting together.
Yeah.
But it just sounds weird. I don't like the noise it makes. It sounds like when
I
I
don't know.
try and like when I'm trying to shoot a fight scene and I just download like impact noise off the internet and put that in. It just sounds
Was
shit.
that just the sound design for the movie? Because I saw did you see in one trailer they used the same 3 kids cheering sound?
Oh no!
No, I didn't
Yeah.
see
Well,
that.
have you seen
Yeah.
the? This is like a little bit of a separate topic. Have you seen the Deathly Hallows Part 2 trailer?
No, what's
They-
going on there?
For
Probably
Voldemort, they
years
keep
ago.
on playing the same no
Oh,
sound.
really?
I'm not even kidding. Look at that trailer right now. There's a good 4 or 5, and it's almost like
That's
comical.
a command
Wow.
to you, the audience.
Pause this. Go watch
watch
that.
it.
It's almost
come
comical.
back.
No, you're
Yeah.
not allowed to pause this. We'll just sit silently for the
No, we'll
length of the
commentate
trailer.
over the top.
Oh my god, is that Harry Potter?
What's that thing on his forehead? Ouch.
Back to the topic. So the Pedro Pascal one, but like the voice as well, Jock. You don't like?
No, I like Eben. He's cool.
He's great. I think he's would be a good thing.
He's a good like the Thing actor from everything I've seen him in. The Bear.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know what else.
but yeah, I just
He's
think
in like Andor, isn't he?
yeah, he's an
Yeah,
Andor.
he's
He's
in
good in Andor. I just think that like his movement looks funny. Him in the trench coat looks a bit strange.
We should
like,
talk about the new one.
yeah, the new one.
But doesn't the old one?
I think
Wear
the
a
old one
trench
was cool.
the old one looks. That's what I was gonna say. The
like
old
the
one.
practical suit looked
Yeah,
cool.
it looks really good, and like even when he's wearing funny clothes, he looks legit. Like
Yeah, when
Yeah.
there's that bit where he's wearing the shirt with the sweater over the top.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this guy, he's like a family man.
Yeah.
I think he looked good. I understand that the makeup was 60 pounds or some shit.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Killing him.
it took like 3 hours to put on and take off.
It's like
so
Jim
yeah.
Carrey
3 hours to take off.
torture makeup
as
from
well.
the Grinch.
I don't know
Yeah.
if it took that long to
Oh.
take off. They probably just rip it.
Almost be like the Spider-Man 3 when he's ripping the Venom suit.
yeah.
yeah.
That's what it must have been like. Yeah.
See, they say cut. Yeah.
Me when I get home and I rip off my human skin.
True.
Speaking of human skin, in the director's commentary,
What?
he was talking about how difficult in the first movie it was to animate the stretching skin
Oh.
of Reed
I
Richards.
was
Yeah, I can
wondering how
tell.
you were going to connect me.
So-
Yeah, I was going to say, what a segue.
So in this film, there's like the dance scene when they're at the bar.
yeah, and he gets
And
he goes crunk.
He stretches, but his clothes just also stretch. And the
good
director's
point.
like, yeah, we didn't explain that. It's just really hard to do skin, to do skin stretching. So he
he
just
just
got
has
clothes.
stretchy clothes.
He was like,
Yeah.
yeah, in the comics he makes like stretchy clothes, but like we
Dude,
didn't have
this,
time
This
to
is
do
like
that.
the
Yeah.
laziest sounding director.
It was
You're like,
crazy.
That is so crazy.
Don't people argue that with like Hulk's pants? Like when he like
Yeah, have you
goes into the Hulk, conveniently his pants are the only thing that
yeah.
stretches out.
Yeah.
There's a really good Corridor Digital or Corridor Crew, whatever their like side channel is. They made this video where they experimented with like cloth simulations of like if the Hulk was real, how like what would the rip points of the pants be, or like would the pants survive?
And what were the
And it's like
findings?
the animation of like him turning into the Hulk, and the first thing to break is just his cock just comes out. I'm like, oh, they should do that.
Is that because he's not muscly, and then when he becomes the Hulk, he gets muscly? Does that
What the what?
the Hulk?
I know,
right?
but like you say that like that's a new concept.
I was build. That was me setting the
Okay,
basis
sure,
to my
sure.
next point.
And he also goes green.
oh,
Or
I
red.
didn't even
Or
notice.
red.
Or red.
So I turn
spoilers.
the colours green.
Yeah, so he
Or
gets
purple. Thanos. Go on.
Or made of rocks.
he gets muscly green,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they get bigger. Does other stuff get
We're not talking. Okay.
inflatingly affected?
Change
Does
the light green if
Does
you want.
Jackson have an inflation
Ooh.
kink?
I'm just wondering, like, if how it's affected. You know,
Oh my god.
Okay.
'Cause
This is last episode as well, I think. What are we talking about?
Last episode we were talking about Mario and his
Mario's,
size of
yeah.
his wang
Yeah.
when he takes a mushroom. Sorry, David. Welcome.
Yeah.
What?
This is what you
okay,
signed up for.
we don't have to talk about that. I'm just your point. You're making the point that when he rips through.
No, I
Wait,
meant
did you
that
say
region.
his
it wasn't like his
grows
pick-
up when he has a mushroom.
Yeah.
We were
Yeah,
asking.
Mario,
We
the
were. It was
power
a.
Yeah, in the-
It was a point of discussion.
What were your conclusions to that?
No,
Scott?
so
We
no,
didn't
we'll ask-
actually.
we'll
We
ask
had
Dave-
no conclusion.
We kind of moved
As we
on.
do with most points that we bring up on this show, we just ramble on about something else and we never conclude what we were talking about.
I had something to say. Fuck. Go on.
I'm sorry.
So
No.
yeah, they were supposed to do a trilogy, but they cancelled it, right?
True.
But they had
Sorry.
Go on.
they had massive plans.
I
for
just
the-
punched it. Ignore it.
They have massive plans for the third one. They wanted to bring in a bunch of comic people. They wanted to bring in the Puppet Master, who I hadn't heard of.
From the comic books.
Yeah, but that's the stepdad of the Thing's blind partner, Alicia.
Oh.
She's apparently, you know how she always in the movie senses that Johnny Storm's there. 'Cause
Yeah.
she can smell him, right? In the director's commentary, he's like, "Yeah, we were alluding to that she has superpowers."
Wait. Was Kerry Washington blind?
Did you watch the movie?
Yes.
Wait, okay.
That's the only way she could love
She
the
just
Thing.
feels the Thing's face instead of like.
That's fucked up, dude. I thought she was like a good wife.
She
You say blind
is.
people can't be good wives.
No, because you're saying like apparently he's horrifically ugly. He looks alright.
He does look alright. I
Yeah,
agree.
but okay, yeah, all right.
He's made of rocks.
He's trying his best.
He's
man.
called the Thing.
You couldn't tell she was blind.
I couldn't know.
She
Did
was
you
like
watch the first
this
movie?
the whole time.
I haven't.
I
I just skipped straight to the second one. Yeah.
That probably
Also-
makes sense because he didn't watch the first
But
movie.
she can tell she's blind in this one.
I was
Got his
just
hand up.
yeah, but I will say, moving on from that, why is like I was thinking about this watching the movie. Why does Reed Richards? Why is he stretchy? Like what?
Because they make comments, right, that he's always on his work and he's stretching himself thin.
Oh, I like
All
that.
their
Okay.
all their powers are alluding to personal traits. of
Yeah, but what
theirs.
is? Yeah, he's stretchy. Ooh.
He stretches himself thin. Johnny
wait,
Storm's a
what's-
hot head.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
True.
the other two?
The Thing.
Haven't you
is
seen
made
the,
of rocks?
Have you seen the trailer for
No.
the new Fantastic Four?
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
in the voiceover, she's like, "Johnny's always been a hot head.
Yeah.
He's always been a rock."
Yeah, he's always been our rock. He's like our foundation. He's our
Yeah.
rock.
Then
Yeah.
what's
She doesn't want to be seen. She's invisible.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's
And she has force
protective.
fields.
She's protective and
Oh, yeah.
invisible. She protects the family.
But it's just like for me, it's like you think of Incredibles, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Incredible. He's
Big and
just
strong.
He's big and strong. It's like that makes sense.
Heteronormative John strikes again.
No. I'm saying no.
The man be strong. That makes sense.
The woman be
wrong.
stretchy.
You're wrong. You're sexist. Listen. What I'm trying to say is, stretchy guy. That's like a Kramer thing.
a cream.
He does kind of
Like
look.
if-
Dude,
if-
Michael Richards should play Reed Richards.
Okay,
that
yes.
would be crazy.
If Seinfeld characters had powers, Kramer would be the stretchy one.
Speaking of
Oh, yeah.
Seinfeld characters,
No,
me
that's
and John
good.
were at the nightclub the other night.
Yeah.
And there
Oh,
was this
yeah.
awesome photo on the wall
George
of
naked.
George in his underwear.
Yeah,
Yeah, we took a photo. in
that's
front
from
of
the TV
Yeah.
show.
Oh, is that the one when he's doing like a little pose?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
he's
like.
on the first
and
show.
yeah. My friend
it.
has
It was
that.
hanging up in a nightclub. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, my friend has like that one in his like shed.
really?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mislabeled him as a character from Friends, and everyone got angry at
Yeah,
me.
yeah. He's like, that's George from Friends.
Are you friends with Seinfeld?
Seinfeld.
Neither. Big Bang Theory.
So would
Young
Jerry
Sheldon.
would Jerry be Johnny Storm then? If Kramer's Reed Richards, is Jerry Johnny Storm?
I guess, yeah.
Elaine has to be.
Woman.
This
Oh,
is
sexist.
I reckon Elaine could be the Human Torch. She's
yeah,
kind of
she's
hot
angry.
headed.
Yeah.
who's the Thing?
George.
George.
Yeah.
Come on,
George.
dude.
Yeah.
Keep up.
That is really the formula, though. Like for every four-person group, it's 3 men. One of the men is quirky, one's angry, one's cool guy, and then woman.
All right,
Yeah,
let's delve
that's
into
like
this.
literally-
We've got 4 people here on the Fantastic Four episode.
Yeah.
True.
Which characters of the Fantastic Four are
John's
we?
the thing, bro.
Yeah.
John is the Thing.
You're Johnny Storm.
Am I Johnny? I'm Johnny Storm.
I'm the
I guess.
leader.
No,
I
you're-
hate
you're
I'm the
woman.
invisible woman.
He's-
Yeah.
David's the
Mr.
leader.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
David,
Wait,
the
did I
guest,
get- did I
the
get
guest
Reed
of the
Richards?
podcast is
Yeah,
the
you're Reed
leader.
Richards. Yeah.
That's a really bad look for our podcast that the guest is the leader.
I feel like Jock could be Reed Richards.
Yeah.
Can I be Johnny Storm then?
But I feel like it works better the other way, but
Maybe.
it's interchangeable.
Interchangeable.
Yeah.
I'm the smart guy.
I reckon Jock's got more stretch to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in some departments.
Who's more likely to light on fire and who's more likely to stretch out?
David
Well,
will light on
I can do a
fire.
magic trick with fire right now if you want.
True,
Do you have any
that's-
matches here?
That's Johnny.
I do.
Can we? Can we do the
have
magic
matches,
trick?
But this is not very audio-friendly magic.
Oh.
All right. No, it's all good.
We'll do it after. We'll do
No,
it.
let's do it
at-
right
Post
now.
credits.
Wait.
Post credits.
Hold this.
Huh?
I don't know if it's going to screw up though.
Why? What's the?
I've only done it once
Whoa.
and it didn't really go well.
Okay, well, we're about to find out.
When I say didn't go well, my auntie's house burnt down.
Whoa.
I'm
Is that
kidding,
real?
John.
That would have been crazy. Do you
I
have?
had a little slight
Your uncle's
mishap.
house. Your uncle's house.
My
man.
uncle's.
Do you have much like magic like background?
I kind of not. I wanted to be a magician when I was like 9 years old, 10 years old.
I can't find the matches.
Oh.
Do you have a no? That will need matches.
Just
There's
turn the
a
lighter
deck
on.
of cards. Do you have a deck of cards?
Ooh.
Am I showing
You
a
gonna light
magic
them on
trick?
fire?
on
Dude, yeah,
podcast?
David, you have to do some sort of magic trick. The fire would have been really nice, but
Yeah.
yeah.
To like interlink it with the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, it would have been really sick if you caught on fire.
Maybe the cards light on fire.
True.
You know, it'd be very embarrassing if this magic trick goes wrong
I hope
for the
it
first
doesn't.
time on the podcast.
yeah, well, we'll find out, I
Yeah.
guess.
I think people who are watching will figure out how it's done, but we'll see if you guys can.
All right.
I'm back. I brought a deck of cards.
All right.
I'm excited.
Hey,
Listen.
can you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
you hold my microphone? To
Yeah.
Whoa.
All right.
I can't wait. I need to lean forward so I can see.
Oh yeah, David. There's one quirk about the podcast that many of the viewers don't know. When we're sitting normally, me and Jackson just can't see each other.
Oh.
You've probably noticed that like when we're trying
Yeah,
to
yeah,
look,
yeah,
we just
yeah,
can't
yeah.
see each other
You
at all.
stare at the side
You
of
stare at
David's
the
head.
side of John's head and pretend
Yeah.
you're looking at the other
Oh,
person.
goodness, okay, cool. I was just taking out the
So
joke.
just one joker?
There's only two, I
How
believe.
long does this
fancy.
trick go for?
This trick only goes for about a minute.
Okay. For the audio listeners, David has a deck of cards and he's getting ready. He's going to
He's
do a
shuffling.
magic trick.
I'm just shuffling. Oh,
He's
God.
shuffling really poorly.
These cards don't have much grip on them, so I'm going to blame that if it goes wrong.
It's the
Creepy.
card's fault.
Yeah.
A bad craftsman blames his tools.
Yeah, man. Bad cardsmith.
Luke Smith.
You look like you would have been into magic, Jock.
Yeah, I have a magic set
That is.
upstairs.
Dude, I'm
Is it
throwing
magic?
hands.
That
If
is-
someone says that to me, I'm throwing hands.
I was ready to like fight back on that, but he's caught me. He's just got me.
Yeah, he's
I
got
wish
a
he was wrong, but he has just got me.
Yeah, this guy's a magician. You can tell.
Okay. Do you believe I like shuffled it enough?
Yeah, that's
or-
very
Yeah,
shuffled.
I was
up.
watching.
Who wants to be my?
Little piggy.
I thought you were doing
Jackson's your little piggy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Piggy.
I thought you were doing it with Jock.
Yeah, I should do
across
it
the
because
way.
it's like cross and better coverage.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm commentating.
All right.
All right.
And he's
so,
Still a
off.
funny comment.
So I could.
He's
so
off. He's
like,
spreading
there's
the
no way I could have,
cards.
like, rigged this deck, right?
No.
There was 3 queens in a row, but
Okay.
no, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. So I'm gonna go like this, and when you say stop, I'm gonna pull that card and show you, and I'll try not to look at it if I can. I'll try my best.
That's crazy.
That's a crazy stipulation of the trick.
Okay. Just tell me when.
Can't wait till he stays on one for about 5 minutes.
Do you wanna go here?
No. Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
What about here?
Ooh.
Okay. Well,
Stop.
right here.
The one before that.
That one.
Sure.
Do you approve?
Yeah, sure. Respect.
You okay with this one?
Yeah, man. I'm not in the right spot. For this.
Okay. All right. You see that card?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Wait, can I see it?
Show the camera.
I won't say what it is, but you guys know what it is.
All right.
Sorry to the audio listeners.
I have stuff.
Wait, wait. Wait, I'll whisper it. David, look away.
David.
Don't. 4 of diamonds. All right, all
Alright.
good. They should have heard that.
Hopefully. David was singing a lovely tune.
Now, I need to ask you a question, Jock. Can you pick up a number between 1 and 5?
2.
2.
Oh,
Okay,
are you supposed to
1,
tell him?
Oh, was I meant to tell you?
2. No, yeah, you are.
Okay.
Now, can you hold your fingers like that for me?
He's holding them kind of like
You gotta hold it like that.
he's bowling a cricket ball.
Like a camel toe.
Yeah. Hold it tight. I'm gonna be slapping this out of your hands.
Okay, I got it.
Holy. Okay.
Ah,
Okay.
ah,
The audio
no.
listeners,
I'm
David's about to slap the cards into John's balls.
I'm hoping I haven't stuffed this up. All right.
Yeah, have it.
Okay, I can take this now. All right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Is it tight?
It's very tight.
I feel like this is gonna stuff up.
Holy!
There is one card left in my hand, everyone.
All right, this is magical.
Yeah, go on.
John just got fucking assaulted.
Go on then.
I'm
Go on
sorry.
then.
Let's
All right.
reveal.
Whoa! Holy shit! It was the
Magic.
it was
Someone
the
get up and
four
run
of
around.
diamonds.
Get up and
Wow,
run. Get up and run.
I didn't mean
You're
to.
good.
that was incredible.
Yeah, like I said, it was like 8 or 9 or 10.
Gooch
I
deck.
just wanted to do magic, but
Yeah, okay.
Dude, stop it.
That was very impressive.
That was really cool.
Oh,
That was.
thank
I
you.
was really. I'm at the wrong angle, so I
Yeah,
know
you are.
exactly how
It
you
sounded
did it.
awesome.
I know exactly how you did it, but yeah,
Yeah, that's. Hopefully the camera doesn't pick up how I did it, but
it was magic. It was
yeah.
magic.
Well, did you figure it out?
I've done that trick before.
You have.
As Jackson
Magician.
very rightly put, I knew magic in my past.
Oh,
I was
okay.
once a magician. Can you?
So I got
I will
exposed
say-
just then.
I will
No,
say-
I'm not. I'm a Penn and Teller. It was very good. You
Alright.
fooled me.
If it-
I hardly know her.
Did you get
But
fooled?
I did. So I was going to say
If at least-
that was magic to me. I don't know what
Okay,
happened.
cool.
And that's all that matters, really.
If
Yeah.
at least I just like, because normally you just do it like side on to one person.
Yeah.
When you got people behind you, when you got
Don't, dude. Sorry.
when you got people behind you, that's when stuff can stuff up. You know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean?
All right. For all the audio listeners
Yeah, I
that
get
tuned out, welcome back. We're back to just talking.
Oh, did you? We gonna tell the audio listeners what happened?
Yeah,
We were.
We were, yeah.
Yeah, we were narrating it.
Were you?
Yeah.
All right.
What do you mean? What happened?
I won't. Okay, I was about to say how. it
David vomited a frog. Like,
That
Like
was
David
and they
great.
pulled a
Blaine.
rabbit out of John's
Dude, he just-
arsehole. That's why he screamed.
And they just kept coming.
They
He
kept
just
coming.
kept
There was like
pulling
12 in there. It was insane.
wasn't even magic. I just had him sitting up there. How do you know?
From the last episode,
How do
actually.
you know?
Do you guys know who Jim and Hounsou is?
No.
He's an actor. You'll probably recognize him. Jock's gonna put a picture of him on the screen right now.
Stop fucking making me do shit.
He is in everything. He was actually originally in Fantastic Four 3, was going to play Black Panther.
Wow.
Yeah, they were going
That's
to bring
awesome.
him in the third Fantastic Four film that got eventually canned.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Before Chadwick Boseman.
before Chadwick Boseman.
Was he in Guardians?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He's in
Who
Guardian.
does he play in Guardians?
He's like part of the Nova Corps, I think.
Yeah.
I'll probably recognize him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you'll definitely recognize him. It's a name that I didn't know what his name was until I read that.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, it's pretty cool.
That
and
is
they were
pretty cool.
gonna. Do you know who Nova is from the comics?
Yeah, he like I can't remember his backstory, but
like
he's
Adam
like
Warlock.
Superman but Marvel version. He's an
Kind of.
alien landing. He lands in like a barn and he's an alien and he's raised by
Yeah.
humans.
Yeah, something like that. He works for the Nova Corps. The point is, the lady soldier that Johnny Storm was trying
Hitting
to get
up?
busy with.
Yeah.
She was going to become Nova.
Whoa, gender
Wow.
swap Nova. Crazy.
Yeah, they had big plans for number 3, but unfortunately it never
Wow.
happened.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Not really. I didn't like the movie.
See, I went in thinking this movie's gonna suck because I look at it with a nostalgic lens. I thought it was alright.
Yeah, I was the same. Yeah.
I just found it a bit like
I think parts were boring, but I thought it just looked. I thought it looked nice, and it had like a.
it had a cool aesthetic. I
Yeah,
will agree. Like
yeah.
a lot of movies, I think nowadays we shit on a lot of now modern day movies. Like a lot of recent Marvel stuff, we kind of shit on pretty heavily. But I think the action in this was really stylized, and part of that was really cool.
Yeah,
But I
Kevin
just
Holt's in it as well.
she is. Yeah, true.
Doctor Doom was just
Yeah.
one of the
Oh, please.
weakest villains in like cinema.
Who?
Doctor Doom in Fantastic
Yeah,
Four 2.
and it's a bit not
He just
ironic,
has
but
absolutely no like redeemable qualities or like an explanation of his like motive that has any reason.
He just
Like he
hates-
just hates. He just wants to fucking take over the world, and he hates Reed Richards.
Yeah.
Like when he
They probably explained that in the first movie, right?
maybe, but like when he takes Silver Surfer's board and he's like, I'm now all powerful, whatever. But they're like, yeah, fuck, the Galactus is gonna blow up the world. He's like, I don't care. It's like, brother, what are you gonna rule once he fucking eats the world? Where is your like motives out? What is going on? That's so silly.
yeah.
This is kind of like we got to band together to get this guy.
Yeah, exactly. Like have some and even when he was like the army just recruits him. It's like what the fuck? What are you doing? This like serial killer. This is like Invincible level plot of like trying to hire like villains to work
Yeah.
for the good guys.
Whoa, are you spoiling Invincible right now?
No, I'm not spoiling it. That's like pretty early.
Yeah.
It is. I think it's a cool form that they represent Galactus in. I like the Cloud.
disagree.
I think that
heavily.
comic people probably don't like it.
I don't
But-
like the Cloud just because it ruins any character that
Yeah.
Galactus could have.
It
Because
makes-
Galactus is a character. Like, he has motive, he has, like, intention, he has, like, a personality. But then they've just gone, nah, he's a Cloud. He's like an amorphous blob in the air that has no personality. It's like no... Like, what directions are the Silver Surfer taking? He doesn't have a fucking mouth. Like, he can't even talk. Like, what's going on? Is this a
Yeah.
person or is this like a I don't know, a
Cloud.
Cloud? Yeah,
But it
I
would
don't
be
know.
a bit comical if like Galactus was, that whole person and just eating a planet casually. Like in
Well, that's,
television.
what-
that's what it looks like they're going to do in the new one.
Yeah,
Well,
or, like
hopefully.
the superhero squad.
Yeah, the animated show.
Yeah, how they just did like, imagery of him just eating planets like a
Yeah.
snack.
Yeah.
That show is so good. That show's like genuinely.
And Silver
hilarious.
Surfer in that show was actually like kind of dope.
Yeah.
I remember the toys, the little like fucked up toys from that show. Am I thinking of the
I
right
didn't-
show?
Yeah,
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't play with the toys.
was-
I was gonna ask about the whole
Only Rose toys.
Doctor Doom. What are your thoughts on the whole Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom?
I think
now?
it's from a marketing point of view, it's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, to bring people back.
To bring Robert Downey Jr. back, who is like probably right now for Marvel, it's either him or Tom Holland are the biggest actor pools for people to
Yeah.
go to the cinema to watch that movie.
Mm.
So I think like in terms of marketing, in terms of like box office success, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
In terms of story, I'm very worried because it could quite easily just be multiverse Tony Stark, and I'll be like, I fucking do not care.
But that's part of why I'm excited. Because, like, what the fuck are they doing?
Exactly.
And I
yeah,
want
I'm
to know.
interested.
I want to
yeah.
know because, like, everything's going so shit that they're like, we have to just put Iron Man back.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, what are you going to do that's
Yeah.
not going to piss people? Like, it has to piss people off.
It does.
And I want to see what happens.
Well, their like bigger plan was like they were going to do Kang, and then the fucking Jonathan Majors, who's in his contract had written, "I'm the only person that can play Kang."
Oh,
So there
really?
wasn't any
Really?
like
Do that?
multiverse issues.
Yeah.
And then he goes off and commits domestic violence, or is accused of committing domestic violence.
He's innocent again, yeah.
And then is like, well, Marvel drops him, but because of his contract, they can't get anyone else to play Kang,
Yeah.
so they just have to fucking restart. They just have to ditch him.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'm like, that big L for Marvel, really.
I think. What do you think?
They had, that Euphoria star in.
Dominic Fike,
No, not Dominic Fike.
Hunter Schafer,
Coleman.
Coleman Domingo.
Yeah,
He's in Euphoria?
Yeah, he plays like Rue's sponsor.
Oh, that's sick.
Have you seen Euphoria?
No.
I'd get on that. It's really good.
I've seen episode 1, I think. A couple times.
But I swear I heard something that he went in and they had discussions of him taking over the role of Kane. But now what Jock has said feels like it's a bit.
Maybe I'm wrong. That's
no,
what I've read.
but like it could have been just like I don't know. I think they were trying to figure out
Yeah.
because he didn't get cast as Kane in the end.
Yeah.
But this could be before Jonathan Myers. I think I'm
Majors.
pretty sure it was after the whole Jonathan
Majors.
Myers.
Major.
Shut the fuck up,
Sorry.
please.
Jonathan Majors. After that whole controversy, so well, it hasn't gone ahead, but yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I think Coleman Domingo would be really interesting.
He doesn't like. I don't know. He doesn't strike me as a villain.
How
like
do
a
you know
super
Coleman?
villain actor.
How do I know him?
Yeah.
He's in that new
They
movie.
went to school together.
He's a mate.
Yeah, me and Coleman Domingo. Yeah, we go way back.
Way
Yeah,
back.
We used to go steady.
He was
Back
in the
in
same
the day?
frat house as Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was-
Really?
Yeah, and they were very heterosexual, and me and him had to keep it kind of like,
True.
yeah. We had to keep it low key.
No, but he's really good in Euphoria. I'd recommend it.
I'll check it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mainly know him from his Actors on Actors with
Kieran
Kieran
Culkin.
Culkin.
How many episodes? How many weeks are we talking about that?
It's so good. I highly recommend check that one out.
Well, it's almost guaranteed now. Kieran Culkin's going to win the Oscar, right? He's
Yeah.
just swept up the
He's swept all
BAFTA,
the SAG actors. I think
What about
Timmy?
Timmy?
Globes.
Yeah,
I think
what about
Timmy's
Timmy?
gonna win, guys. Did you see Timmy's acceptance speech?
I was gonna say, yeah.
It was kind of
yeah, it
cool.
wicked.
I
Yeah.
fucked with it heavy. Like, it was such a cool tone, and he like really lent into it. And I'm like, this is like, it's almost so not humble that it becomes humble again.
It,
Because
it gave me
it's-
UFC vibes.
That's what I was.
It was like
my
a
point exactly.
pump up speech.
My point exactly. I think that attitude's like coming back because Kendrick's the same as well. Like
Yeah.
just taking like a thing and treating it like a sport and like competitive and like I'm the champ, come get me.
I watched a really interesting video essay about the epidemic of nonchalant
Okay.
and how like for so long throughout the 2010s and through the noughts, It was really trendy. What the fuck is that, Jackson?
Say your phone.
Sorry, man.
The box.
Set an alarm.
During those time periods, it was really trendy for like pop stars or like rock, like musicians or actors or athletes to just be really nonchalant.
Yeah.
Like the aesthetic was chill. The aesthetic was I'm not trying. This shit comes easy to me. Like
Yeah.
putting in effort is cringe.
Yeah.
But now it's like
The
there's a
opposite.
cultural shift that's leaning more towards like Timothee Chalamslay's acceptance speech was great. It's like I'd love to come up and be humble, but being honest, I want to be one of the greats.
Yeah.
Like that's a really kind of inspiring speech to hear people actually trying
actually
now,
care, yeah.
and it's cool to care again.
Yeah.
Like Kendrick Lamar obviously cares a lot about his art and what he does.
Yeah.
Timothee Chalamet, it's the same, cares a lot. And like even athletes, like you look at Travis Kelce from the Super Bowl, and he loses, and instead of like, what's so funny?
Travis Kelce from
the
Super Bowl.
Travis Kelce from Super Bowl.
I love Super Bowl.
When he
Favorite
lost,
sport.
when he lost, he was like really emotional about it, and like you could see him being emotional.
Yeah.
It's like kind of cool to care again.
Yeah.
Like instead, like years ago, that would be like you'd want to lose and not show shit. You want to be chill about everything. And even like when Jason Tatum won their MVP for basketball, and he's like crying into the
Loser, that guy.
what
a
crying into
loser.
the trophy is like that's kind of it's cool to care.
But then, like Jason Tatum, obviously a really good player, but weren't people just finding like stuff he was just trying to replicate? He was trying to
that is
replicate
really
Copied
funny.
everything,
That was
yeah.
a really funny clip.
He
I
did
did
like
see
3
that.
different speeches, and all 3 were taken from like Curry, Kobe. Like, yeah,
it was
yeah.
very funny.
And also on that Timmy thing, I started instantly thinking about like Max Holloway or like just those
True.
UFC fighters who
Yeah.
are always talking about
Yeah, I'm the best
wanting
boxer
to be
alive. Yeah.
great, because I know like I've been watching a lot more about Max recently.
He's awesome, yeah.
And he had that kind of attitude, like he just wanted to be the best.
Yeah.
And he wasn't afraid to say it publicly.
True.
You know,
Do you think he's going to fight Dustin?
I was worried about Dustin after the last fight. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm a big Dustin person.
Yeah. Wait, it's him or Topuria? It's him or Topuria.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, two people here.
no, that's
For all my
Doing it.
UFC heads,
Yeah.
that was crazy conversation.
Welcome back, guys.
Yeah.
I was so out of my wheelhouse. As soon as Jock started naming sports, I was like, I don't know what we're talking about.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. We had a really interesting conversation, but then someone started snoring and ruined it. So yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. What were you guys talking about?
Do you have one like big statement that will really satisfy the UFC fans of like an opinion?
Okay.
Do you have any hot takes? UFC hot
Um,
takes?
Hot takes. I think Dustin and Ilya is actually a good matchup, and Dustin won't get dusted.
Whoa.
I think that's
Bars?
good. I think that's a good one. I think.
I want Jones versus Aspinall.
but he won't. He's scared. He's very
Yeah,
scared.
he's scared.
Yeah.
Is that the guy that was sitting in the front row?
Yeah, watching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jackson knows that one. Hey.
I am kind of thinking that like Jones is just kind of making these excuses because he's a bit worried that a young gun like Tom
Yeah.
would
Oh.
break his record.
Also, in 2 weeks, shut up. In 2 weeks, there's a fight. People think it's Pereira versus Ank. People think Ank's going to destroy Pereira. Wrong. I'm thinking like round 1, Pereira's
Yeah,
going to kill
Pereira's
him.
going to destroy him.
Yeah.
But he's
No,
big.
Everyone's like, Ank is like the kryptonite. No, he's
Yeah.
not.
No, Pereira's big, dude.
Yeah.
He's massive.
Pereira's
Whereas
like-
that last fight when he does like he walks around like Thanos, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
He's the
like,
boogeyman.
insane.
Yeah, yeah.
He's scary. He is like the boogeyman.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, that's enough UFC
Anyway, yeah.
talk.
What's your guys' favorite dinosaur?
What the-
Stegosaurus, obviously. Can I guess? Can I guess? Because
Yeah.
I swear you can tell someone's favorite dinosaur. You know,
Okay.
like David's like.
Wait, can I think of one first?
Okay, yeah, you think of one, you little pterodactyl over there. David's kind of like either Triceratops or T-Rex.
T-Rex.
Yeah, you can tell it. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can tell, man.
Yeah.
It's like-
Yeah, his hands are all floppy.
Yeah.
And he's got a really big head. Yeah, John's a tricky one. Even though we've had this conversation before.
Didn't
Can
we
I guess
recently?
John's?
You go. What do you think?
Ankylosaurus.
I was gonna say
I
Ankylosaurus.
don't know what that is.
Big old bowl
Big
on the
ball
end.
on the
Really?
back like a battering ram.
Damn, that's sick.
Kind of the Thing vibes.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, if the thing was a dinosaur.
If that dinosaur would say anything, it would say it's
It's
clobbering
clobbering
time.
Dude, true. That's such a clobbering time dinosaur. Do you think
T-Rex.
your
Do you remember?
favorite
Yeah.
is-
Side note quickly. Do you remember how that phrase got brought up in the Miles Teller? It's clobbering
I want to
time?
know. No, I want to
No,
know.
I-
Does he do the thing where he goes, wait, say that again?
What happened?
No. It's they kind of recontextualize it in the sense that that's what his brother used to say to him before he beat him up.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy. That movie's
It's
insane.
now repressed trauma.
Yeah,
Is the new like what the hell?
I was
That's
surprised
so
when
funny.
when I found out about that as well.
that movie's great. Yeah, I
Should
love
we
that.
watch that one
Yeah.
next
Oh,
week?
That That movie's great. I love that ending where, like, obviously that whole thing of like, say
Yeah.
that again. Hold on.
We're fantastic.
And there's 4 of us. But
Wait, say that again.
it's also great in that scene. Michael B. Jordan's like, what's he called, Johnny Storm.
Yeah.
Just like all of a sudden, like wants to kill the thing. Like, do you remember that bit? Or is
Yeah,
like,
I've seen
Where
clips.
they're in like the
it's like
woods
you're a
or
useless
something.
piece of shit. It's like, oh my god. And then the
tone
movie
is
ends.
crazy.
Yeah,
It's
the
a weird
movie.
tone.
Yeah, because they were trying to establish the banter
Like
that they
banter.
have, but they didn't do anything up until that point to
Yeah.
establish a relationship between the two characters. So rather than being at like a friendly like back and forth, it's
Michael B.
just
Jordan's just like, yeah, you're a disgusting piece of shit, worthless. And then the movie ends, the credits roll. Banter, guys.
That's just how we bet. That's lad shit, really.
Yeah.
oh, true.
If
I
you're not
consider that.
calling your person you met not that long ago a useless piece of shit, you're not real friends.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, we'll watch that next. Tune
Yeah.
in next week for our discussion of the 2011 Fantastic Four movie.
2011.
15.
2015 Fantastic.
Yeah.
I just threw out a year.
Yeah,
I had no
close.
idea.
Nah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
God.
Do you guys know the concept of like? Have you heard of vampires? How they can't like enter a house unless they're invited in.
Is that
Yeah,
real? They're nice
technic-
guys.
yeah.
Have you heard of that?
No.
Yeah.
They're nice.
Yeah, because there's like
That's why
the
they always finish last.
there's like a concept of like they're like ask if they
True,
can
juice WRLD.
borrow some sugar.
Yeah. Is there something to do with salt as well, or am I tripping?
Yeah, maybe they come
That's
over
a
to
snail.
they come over to ask to borrow salt, and so then you'd be like, oh yeah, sure, come in.
Maybe she's thinking of like a Doctor Who episode.
Maybe.
Anyway, back to your. Yeah, I've heard about the whole invited thing.
Yeah. Do you think that for vampire culture, if they obtained a search warrant that then legally says they have permission to enter the premises, could the vampire then enter based on that?
But-
This is actually kind of an interesting like catalyst for a vampire
Wait, so
show.
you're saying if Vampire was like a detective,
True Blood.
but he needs to be invited in, he uses a search warrant instead?
So he only drinks
Or
bloods
if
of
he can use a
criminals.
search warrant.
He's like Dexter, but a vampire.
What I
Yo.
got of vampires though, like
TV
the whole
show idea,
vibe.
guys?
The whole
Cut
vibe.
this.
Shut up.
Trademarked.
Can you stop talking about John
Yeah, dude, I'm like
Stewart?
halfway through a thing. Fuck. I thought vampires' whole thing is like they're good guys. They got manners. They want to go in. Like if someone's like, I don't want you to come in, it's like, well, I didn't want your blood anyway.
Oh, yeah. So you're like, why would the vampire even want to go in?
Yeah, if the person doesn't want them in.
I thought it was more of like a curse related thing.
Is it? I thought it was just more manners.
Oh, so it's not a rule that they can't enter
No,
without
it's
being
just
asked.
like-
They're just very polite.
Yeah.
Aren't they trying to get them?
Yeah. But it's like,
They're polite about it.
but it's like, come on, like, there's a bit of manners. You got to live by.
Do you think it's like an emotional overpowering? Like they get off on tricking people into thinking they're nice to let them in?
Yeah,
Dude, sounds like
a
my
fucked up-
Saturday night.
It's a fucked up situation,
Whoa,
but it's like,
what the fuck? What did you just say? What?
Anyway,
Usually these guys breeze over when I say things like that, so just don't
Yeah.
stick to it.
little throwaway. Anyway, I thought it was more like like a man. Like there's a code. There's like a ethics. Like if he goes home and goes, I got this guy's blood, and all the lads are like, but did he let you in?
oh, that's cringe.
Yeah, it's like cringe if you force your way in,
Okay.
but it's respect points if you get let in.
Okay, so it's on,
Vampire consent.
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie Let Me In?
No.
With, it's a remake of a Swedish, I think it was Swedish, Let the Right One In. Let Me In's an American version. And Greg Fraser did the cinematography.
Oh yeah.
And Todd
Hiddleston.
Phillips directed it.
Oh, Joker Hangover.
And Chloe Grace Moretz is the star of it.
whoa.
You remember?
Wow,
Oh,
this is
actually,
star-studded.
technically,
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah,
technically
from Wimpy Kid.
Cody. Diary of a Wimpy. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
She's in
Chloe
there.
Grace Moretz.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Holly
and
Hills.
Cody-
Isn't she?
No.
Oh no, she's the other lady.
Cody
photographer.
Smith McPhee.
Nanny.
Cody Smith McPhee. no. He's from Adelaide. He's an actor from Adelaide.
Whoa.
We're from Adelaide.
Yeah.
you know him?
You're an actor from
No,
Adelaide.
Yeah.
He was Nightcrawler in the new X-Men series. He was in The Power of the Dog.
Fuck, really?
Okay, wow. Star-studded. Anyway, what's the movie about?
It's about a vampire, a 13-year-old who we slowly discover that is a vampire. But it's almost like a romance. That he starts falling in love with this 13-year-old.
Oh.
But no. whoa. Cody Smith McPhee is 12 years old. They're both
Improvised.
They're both like the same age.
Wasn't in the script. just started making
No,
moves.
no. They're both the same age.
Is he like he looks the same age, or in vampire years he's like 200?
No. Okay. Chloe Grace Moretz is the vampire.
Okay.
Cody Smith McPhee is just like a young teenager who
Okay.
starts falling in love with her, and then
Okay.
she starts falling in love with him. But then she's like 13 years old, but she's a vampire, so technically she's like 1,000 years old.
That's what I just asked.
Yeah. Oh no, I thought you were saying Cody Smith McPhee.
No, obviously the vampire.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No.
So the vampire's an old lady who's like old and disgusting, and she's like, "But I'm 13 and vampire."
No, but
yes."
she
No,
wait,
but
wait,
she looks
she
13 because
13.
she's
Oh.
doing
He's
age as a
old and
vampire.
disgusting.
right.
Now, like,
Yeah. Like in the Eternals.
Warm Bodies.
Harry Styles.
Yeah, that's the one.
Warm
Sorry.
Bodies, is that about vampires?
That's about
Yeah.
zombies, but
Yeah,
it's the
I was
same.
gonna say,
It's the
that's
same
not-
plot.
Same thing.
Same
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 thing.
shit.
Yeah.
Same
Anyway,
shit.
so what's the? So they fall in love.
Are they? Yeah. And it has what's his name? The Wallows.
Yeah.
Clay.
like,
13 seasons. 13
Clay.
reasons
Yeah,
why.
Clay.
Yeah.
I know
13
his name
seasons
as
later.
well.
I
I
think
just
drop the. I think it's just Wallows.
the Wallows. Yeah. The Facebook.
Exact. That's the
Facebook.
joke I just made.
JT.
He's
We're
also
getting
in
real
it, and
skewed.
he plays like a bully as well.
Well,
And
what's the movie about?
the movie's about it's just like a young romance, but then like
He wants to.
so what you assume Chloe Grace Moretz's father, you assume there's like the father figure. And
Nicolas Cage.
he's like almost like a serial killer. He's going out
Kick ass. He's in Kick ass.
he's going out killing people and draining their blood
Okay.
for her because obviously I don't think he wants her to go hunting.
Okay.
But then you realize this 46-year-old was one of her first loves who was like 13. Does that make sense? There's an old photo of them
Right. Yeah.
back,
Oh.
and it almost feels like this like kind of cycle
Oh, it's
repeating.
a cycle.
Yeah.
How does it end? Does it end happy for Chloe Grace Moretz?
Or they end, I think, on a train with her in like a box, like a little
Okay, good.
luggage.
So it's not a pedophile apologist movie.
What? Well,
What?
the thing is, what?
Are vampires pedophiles? Is the
Yeah,
question
that's the
we're
thing,
asking.
is it-
Question.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, well,
depending on how this movie ends dictates very much the perception of pedophiles from the creative people behind this movie. Because
True.
right now you're orchestrating Chloe Grace Moretz by definition a pedophile.
Yeah. Or
And then it's like if they end up together and it's a happy ending, they get past their differences, then they're like, yeah, pedophiles are chill.
It's also kind of
No,
weird
no.
as they grow up and then she's still 13.
Well, unless she turns into
Yeah.
a vampire and they stay 13 forever.
Whoa, cute.
no, but it is
Me
one.
and
Of, is
who?
it is that textbook?
Oh, okay.
Is it
that's-
not?
Yeah, I mean, it's Twilight as well, you know.
How old's Edward? I
He's like hundreds of years old.
Oh,
Whoa, I hadn't even considered that.
Wow.
I haven't.
Yeah, it's the same thing in Twilight. That's
So
why it's
people-
weird
And he's
that
chilling
bit
in
where
the
he,
science room and he crumbs
yeah,
his
that's
pants.
the bit where he crumbs in his pants. Is
Yeah.
the same. It's weird.
Throwback.
Yeah.
Throwback
Was
to-
that on the podcast?
We talked about it on the podcast.
Ah.
Yeah, we
it was
did.
episode. No,
Doesn't
I'm
matter.
not gonna remember. But John talks about Edward crumbing in his pants in the
In Twilight.
laboratory in Twilight.
Edward.
He
Yeah,
comes in
I
his
think-
Yeah.
pants.
He remembers.
Yeah, but then I think that's because of the whole blood situation, right?
Yeah.
That's because he just walks in and then he crumbs.
She got good blood.
Yeah.
Anyway, can we like change the topic from this?
From vampires, what do you mean? So you think that the search warrant doesn't matter because it's about respect?
I think it's about respect. I think if he went.
Whoa, I'd completely forgotten where this had come from. This conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
It doesn't matter. It's like if he goes back and he tells the lads, "Look, I got a search warrant to get in," they'll be like, "Dude, cringe."
Okay.
Just like
That's
if-
like I feel like that's a grey area of
Yeah.
being like, yeah, well, she kind of said yes.
yeah,
Like, once again,
Vampires
if
need
you
the
have to say
consent.
technically, then
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Vampires need the consent, man.
Yeah.
You see Nosferatu?
Yes, I have.
Jock
I talked
has.
about it.
Have you go?
No.
Nosferatu.
Oh, you already talked
What
to.
about Nosferatu 1?
Me and John watched
fuck, dude. Ow.
the audio
Is
listeners.
this like
Jock
a
smacked
common
John in the
occurrence
head.
in your podcast?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
basically-
move over here a little bit.
Is this like a little tremor going on?
Yeah.
The arm.
We getting
the
an
arm
arm.
happens a lot, yeah.
I don't have anyone to
Yeah.
put my arm around.
Swap my
Sam.
Pretty-
Sam, is it there?
Do they know who Sam is?
Yeah.
We talk about
He's
Sam
been.
a
In
bit.
He's been in the episode
Has Sam? So I'm not your first guest.
You're the
Well,
first official with a mic.
with a
He
mic.
walked
Yeah.
past.
He walked past and said
Yeah.
some shit and then walked. He
Ah.
heckled.
He force-fed Jackson.
he heckled
Oh, he
you
did
guys.
force feed me. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get a lot of heckles.
What's the best heckle you know?
I know.
What? Like the best thing to yell at a stage? Is
Yeah.
that
I feel
what
like
you mean?
heckles are very subjective
Pussy.
to what's going on. I don't have like a Rolodex of things I yell at people in
Pussy's
public.
pretty. You could any situation.
Pussy's good, yeah.
Like someone trying something, pussy.
Someone who cares about the thing they're doing.
Cringe.
Yeah,
I feel like the word cringe is slowly becoming cringe
Would that-
itself.
yeah.
It is cringe to be cringe.
Would
Not
that
to
have
call
ruined-
someone cringe?
Yeah, it's slowly turning to that. I've been like thinking.
Cringe people use cringe.
Yeah.
I like the word cringe. I like calling people cringe.
Yeah,
you
you
would.
Oh,
Yeah,
that-
you would. You would.
Yeah,
That
says more about
says
you.
one thing.
Yeah, this is the podcast. Yeah. True.
No, I agree.
But,
I feel like the nomenclature of it has like adapted to a form of like
Nomenclature.
no womenclature.
Dude, stop.
Yeah, the way that you use it is kind of like takes one to know one. You know,
Takes one.
like he who smelt it dealt it, sort of thing.
True. Yeah.
That's yeah.
Thinks you're a
That was
smart
like
fella, but he's just
every
a fart
person,
smeller.
like 15 years ago that pulled out like the F slur has now come out as gay. It was all their homophobia was closeted.
How long have I got? Cut that.
Okay. I was
Can't say that.
Oh man.
I was gonna bring up
I might actually have to cut that.
Leave it in.
I was gonna bring up something. If you're okay, if I sidetrack for a second.
Yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
on.
Because I thought like the snake bite.
Round
Oh
us off
fuck! I
then.
looked up. Sorry, I looked up 10 questions to ask someone in the interview. But
Oh
that's
wow.
right. I wouldn't.
It's
ignore it.
very
10
late.
questions.
It's very late
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
that's right.
podcast to ask that.
Sorry.
I was just thinking of the whole vampire bite thing, and it made me think of a snake bite. Did I tell you how I got bitten by a snake in Northern Territory?
Whoa.
No,
Did I do
tell
that
us the
story?
When
story.
did this happen?
It happened when I was 11. 11,
Wow.
yeah.
Did you become a snake?
Unfortunately not. Basically, my sister was playing state soccer up in the Northern Territory.
Brag about
and, big up Susan.
Laughing by himself.
Shout out Susan.
Shout out Susan. So she was playing up in the NT, and after her whole tournament, my dad thought we should go, around NT and, see some good places. And we went to Kakadu, which was a lovely place. But we went on a trail to go to this beautiful waterfall, apparently. And then there's this big sign that just said, just watch out for snakes. And Dad made a clear note, just watch where you're standing, guys, And I was walking along, and I just don't remember, what I was just looking at. But next thing I felt was a big, on my, on my ankle. And I looked down, and there's 2 puncture marks there. And
So you didn't see the snake.
I didn't see the snake. See, that's the whole thing. I'm like,
Wow.
And did it felt like you were being punched?
well, it felt like something hit my
Oh,
my
okay.
ankle very hard.
Wow.
And I just kind of thought to myself, well, I haven't seen the snake, but then again, I don't really want to die today.
True.
But then again, if I tell my dad, he's gonna get pissed off with me. So it's just like
The things that go through your head as a kid. Would I rather die or get
Yeah.
in trouble?
get in trouble with my dad because he
Wow.
told me not. And I was like, oh, I'll tell Dad. And
Brave
as
man.
I thought, Dad got a bit annoyed, but then he realized, oh shit, my son's been bitten by a snake. I'm in Kakadu.
Serves you right, piece
Yeah.
of shit.
Walk home.
in the middle of
We've got anti-venom
Nowhere.
at home.
So my dad quickly picks me up, starts bandaging my leg to slow if
The
there's any
spread.
potential
Yeah.
venom. And while he's running with me to the car, because obviously it's quite the emergency, someone's trying to ask him about the car rental he got. And my dad's like, sorry, my son's just been bitten by a snake. We need to go to a clinic. And the guy's like, no, yeah, that's cool and all. But the car. And he keeps on trying to talk about the car while my dad's in an obvious panic. And my dad just kind of left the conversation. And we drove to the nearest clinic. My dad was excessively speeding, but for good reason.
Yeah.
because-
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if he got
Limitations.
pulled over, I think
Speeding, do something about it. Fucker.
Come get me.
he can justify why. Anyway, we got to the clinic and the GP had a look at it, and he was like, "I think we've got to call it in." Call what in? The Royal Flying Doctor.
Oh wow!
so
I think you
the-
said call it like it's too late.
No.
We gotta call it there, boys.
GG.
I call it in. A snake comes in with a small phone. You've called me?
So he bandaged my leg very heavily, and then the Royal Flying Doctor picked me up, and there was a pregnant lady on it in labour.
Get out of here.
So
Whoa.
I'm casually in the sky going to the Darwin Hospital. And I'm just there casually, and then you just hear screaming at the other, right next to me. It's a small plane.
Shut up.
Eventually we get to the hospital, and then a doctor looked at it, And he said he was working with snakes and snake bites for 15 years, and it definitely looked like one.
Ops.
But the thing is, when I got bitten by a snake, my sister washed the area, which she thought would help. But the doctor said apparently when you do that, it washes the snake's DNA out of it. So they can't even
They
see
can't
if it's a
find and
snake.
arrest the snake. There's no clues.
There's no trace. The snake's gone.
We have no idea which snake did
So
this.
yeah, the doctor said it looked like a snake bite. They just monitored me, and they said about 7 out of 10 times snakes don't put venom in you. They just it's
and
more like a
scare you.
warning shot.
Yeah.
So I'll go off very lucky.
You just
Whoa.
like chilled, like nothing happened.
Yeah, but
Wait, so the doctors just said, yeah, there's a 3 in 10 chance you've been infected, and we don't know which venom it is, so we're just gonna you just die or you.
No, they got my blood work, and they'll constantly like supervising me for like 20 to 48 hours afterwards. But I kind of screwed up our whole itinerary. My parents booked ahead for different stuff.
Selfish.
So
bitch.
I screwed up about like $400 worth of like different stuff.
Oh damn.
It's kind of crazy that if
least
you
you
had have
lived.
just been like, I'm not going to tell dad, you would have been fine.
I would have been fine.
Yeah.
Like if
So
you
you
just
did
been like,
overreact.
What is it? What is the moral of the story?
So you did overreact.
Hide
it was
everything.
your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids at home, if you ever feel any sort of discomfort or pain or anything that might be considered alarming, don't tell anyone.
Hide it. Yeah.
Hide
rolling the
it.
dice on a
Of
30%
course, Jock is
survival
joking.
is crazy.
You have to put a disclaimer. Just Jock is joking. You know.
No, he's
Please
not.
get it checked
No,
out.
I'm being dead serious.
So did the pregnant lady have the baby?
Not on the plane. I think she was.
Then what was all the whining about?
Yeah, come on, dude. Some of us
That
have
baby
real
ended up being.
Oh my
Since
god!
like that
What?
again.
Do you have like a secret
No, I
obsession with
thought
like?
I thought we better bring it back. I like mentioned it at the start, so it's like let's bring it
Ah.
back again.
Yeah, the censorship. We're not going to put that in.
Yeah, I'm
right?
gonna
That's cool.
I'm gonna
Censor that as well.
Shane
censor that
Gillis
name.
moment.
What's that?
Shane Gillis moment. Full
Oh,
circle.
true. Yeah.
Speaking of full circles, this is the end of the podcast.
Is it?
Thanks,
Yeah.
thanks, David, for coming. Thanks
If you
for
guys
being
hadn't
here.
noticed, this episode's lit very nicely, and we've all
Yeah.
got David to thank for
I
that.
wonder-
Sponsored by David.
Yeah.
Sponsored by David this
You know,
episode.
I looked at an Instagram clip of them and I'm like, I could put these lights to good work. So I asked Jackson, hey, do you mind if I light an episode? See how.
Yeah, because apparently Jackson's in charge of this shit.
I'm the producer.
Yeah.
Well, I actually didn't know who was in charge of this. I think you reached out to me for something and then I asked you. You sent me a meme. Sent me
Yeah,
a
I
meme.
reached out. And
And then I was like,
I remember
hey, by the way.
professional.
I remember we were looking back at the messages. Sorry to drag on the podcast a little bit. We were looking back at the messages because Jackson was like, yeah, I said David he could light this episode. I'm like, oh, that's great. Like, does he know when we're doing it? And Jackson's like, yeah, I told him and it's all organized. And we're like, oh, great. Let's look at the messages. And then we look back through Jackson's messages with David and it's like David sending, hey, can I light this episode? Jackson's like, yeah, let me check with the boys. And then Dave's like, all right, good. Get back to me. Nothing. And then Jackson just sends a meme. It's like, all right, so you didn't tell him yes.
I hadn't spoken to you guys yet. I found something funny. Was I going to hold on to that till after I spoke to you guys? I don't know.
It's been really enjoyable.
Thanks,
Thanks,
yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm sure this was the best episode anyone's ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And tune in next week where we're going to talk about
2015. Fantastic
2015 Fantastic Four. Because
Yeah.
we're a Fantastic Four podcast.
Are you
now.
really reviewing 2015 Fantastic
I'm
Four?
down.
I would
Yeah.
call it a review.
It's about as much as we did this episode for the Fantastic Four 2.
Okay, we're
Yeah.
dragging on. See you guys.
See ya.
Yeah.
Peace.
Bye.
Big
Bye-bye.
Sal.
Clap, clap, clap.
Bye.
Can you clap?
Oh, yeah,
we're
we
going
need
to
to
clap sync. David, do you
sync.
want to clap? I'll hold your mic.
Everyone put it.
Yeah.
Yay.
Woo!